Hi YouTubers. Part of the reason I haven't posted a video here is we did the vacation of a lifetime. We went to Monaco for the historic races. Wow. There was one race that had several Jaguar D-types in it. Very aggressive racing. The D-type that won the race literally pushed two other cars out of the way to get to the front and took quite a bit of damage to this original D-type Jaguar, but he did win the race. There were a number of Formula One drivers there also participating in the historic races. Just a great venue and an awesome time. We visited the south of France for 10 days. We came back to Monaco for the Formula One race. We had a great time. So if you ever have a chance, go out and see the Formula One races in Monaco and the historic races in Monaco, which are held every other year. Now, getting on to the TR3. I mounted the rear wing, the door, and the front wing on this side of the car. Now, this fender here, or wing as the British would say, had quite a bit of crash damage here, so I've hammered and dollied it out and got a lot of it pretty well taken care of. There's still some work to be done, but I used this shrinking disc, the heat shrinking disc, to shrink some of this up and to get it fairly flat. It's not perfect, but it's in very good shape. I think this is just about ready to ready for plastic, or ready for Bondo. The door here, I think, is just about done. If you notice, the gaps here are very good. I haven't put the rocker on yet. When I had it fitted previously, it was in pretty good tolerances as far as gap goes. The gap here, I think I might have to weld a little wire on here to get this gap right. And same way in this area here, it's a little too wide. And there's not a lot of adjustments with these cars, so I think really the way to get that will be to put some fill in here with wire. This wing here had some rust damage, and I had to replace the flange on the other side. And it's not perfect yet, but it's getting close. So it is what it is. I mean, I'm getting there, but there's still work to be done. If you come around here, you can see that this fender here had crash damage in this section right here. So I had to cut this out and hammer and dolly it out. Now I made a replacement for that section, which is here, but I don't want to mount that yet until I have the front apron on to make sure this curvature is correct. So that's the replacement part for this front wing, and it'll be attached after I set the apron on there to make sure the curvature is right. So on this side, there's a good deal of crash damage here. You can see it's really lumpy and there was a ton of Bondo in here. So my plan is to cut this section here out, get it all hammered and dollied back out, and replace it onto the car again. In order to do that, this bracing has to come off of here. So what do? I don't want to take this bracing off with the car without the frame being on. So the frame that I had with the car, I was prepping it to get it ready to put underneath the tub here. And when I stripped it all off of all the parts and started to look at it, I found out that the one rail was just completely rotted out. It was just paper thin. So I got another frame with the parts car that I bought. So I thought, well, I'll use that frame. So after looking at that frame, I found out that it had had major crash damage. So I took it to a shop and they said, yes, they can fix it. I wasn't real confident that I was going to get the frame where it needed to be. So I went on eBay and oh my God, I found a frame down in Miami. I took a chance on it. It was $500. I took a chance on it because I bought it sight unseen, but from the photographs they had posted on eBay, it looked to be in very good condition. And when I got to Miami, it was in excellent condition. Excellent. No crash damage, no rust. Just some minor dings and dents. So I now have that frame underneath the car here, and I'm very happy with it. It's going to work out very well. So I've started to mount the tub back on the frame again. And if you can look over here, you can see the floors now are all bolted in. The transmission cover is bolted in. The drive shaft cover is bolted in. I'm getting everything prepped now to weld everything up. I want to make sure it's going to fit on the frame perfectly before I go ahead and do any welding, but I am very close now, within a day or two, of starting to weld the floors in, and all these other parts have been taken out and just sheet metal held in place. It's going to be ready now for welding, so I'm very happy with that. I drilled all the holes out over here. You can see I'm getting ready to plug weld all that. I can still spot weld with my spot welder all this section where the door is, but then plug weld back behind here then. So I'm getting very close to, I still have a day or two to fiddle around with things. I'm going to also reinstall this front inner wing section and get that ready for welding also. So all this will be assembled and welded up before I start assembling this side of the car with the wing and the door and this rear wing. I ordered a new door from eBay. The door I had was just so caved in. It's on its way from Wyoming. Lots of progress being made. I'm very happy with everything that's going on. Thanks for watching. If you like this, please like and subscribe. We'll see you soon.